perfect does not exist. Good enough to be useful does. And every day you spend refining instead of realizing is a day someone doesn't get access to what you know. And there is a deeper cost to it. Because perfectionism isn't about standards, it's about control. Yes, I've said it, control. You're trying to control how you're perceived, how you're judged, whether you're worthy. As long as it's not finished, it can be criticized. As long as you are still working on it, you're still safe. But you're also still stuck. You are not indecisive. You are in the loop. Right? You are in the loop. It's keeping you safe. It's keeping you exactly where you are, performing competence while your body quietly shuts down. Today, we are naming 3 loops I see most in senior leaders I coach. Not so you understand them, but so you can stop running them. Welcome to Brilliance Unleashed. My name is Anna, and here is what I know about the leaders I work with. So, you're brilliant, you're experienced, objectively successful, and you're somehow stuck in the pattern that you cannot see from inside it. You think you're being strategic, you think you're being thorough, you think you're being responsible, but what you're actually doing is running a loop that protects you from the one thing you need the most. Loop number 1, the overthinking loop. You're analyzing, you're weighing your options, running scenarios, collecting more data. You tell yourself you're being thoughtful, strategic, making an informed decision. But what is actually happening, you're using intelligence as a shield against action. Yes, it is. The overthinking loop looks like this. So you have a decision to make, right? You do the research, you think, you journal about it, you talk to 3, 5, 10 people, get your input, consider their perspectives. You think even some more, and then you decide you need one more piece of information before you can move forward. So you wait. And the loop starts again. Does it sound familiar to you? Well, let me tell you, it's not the analysis, it's avoidance. It's avoidance. You're gathering information, but what's actually you're doing, you're postponing the risk. Because as long as you're thinking about it, you don't have to do anything about it. And as long as you're being strategic, you don't have to face what might happen if you actually choose. And your body is exhausted because overthinking isn't restful. It's not clarity. It's your nervous system running threat assessment on the loop, trying to predict every possible outcome so nothing can hurt you, but nothing can reach you either, right? So let's talk about the clarity, because here is the shift, because clarity doesn't come before a decision. It comes from it, right? So you will never think your way into certainty. You will only think your way into more thinking. The shift isn't more analysis. It's interrupting that loop. So making the decision before you feel ready, choosing from a body, not your brain, because your brain will keep you safe, your body will keep you alive. And those are 2 completely different things. Okay, so let's go to the second loop, the perfectionism loop. Well known, right? So you are refining all the time, improving, optimizing, making it better. You tell yourself you're maintaining standards, delivering quality, doing it right. But here's what's actually happening. You're using excellence as a reason to never be done. The perfectionism loop looks like this. You create something, it's good, maybe great, but it's not perfect yet for you. So you revise, tweak, adjust. You get feedback, incorporate it, make changes, and then you notice something else that could be better. So you keep working, and the loop continues, right? So meanwhile, the thing you're perfecting, it's not getting used. It's not out there in the world. It's sitting in a draft mode while you protect it from being judged. And the cost of it, because there is a cost to it, right? Because the thing you're perfecting, it's already good enough to help someone, but you're holding it hostage to a standard that does not exist. Because let me be clear, perfect does not exist. Good enough to be useful does. And every day you spend refining instead of realizing is a day someone doesn't get access to what you know. And there is a deeper cost to it. Because perfectionism isn't about standards, it's about control. Yes, I've said it, control. You're trying to control how you're perceived, how you're judged, whether you're worthy. As long as it's not finished, it can be criticized. As long as you are still working on it, you're still safe. But you're also still stuck. The shift isn't lowering your standards, it's shipping before you're comfortable. Done is better than perfect. Not because quality doesn't matter, but because perfectionist isn't about quality. It's about fear. And the only way to interrupt that loop is to release something before it feels ready. So let it be good enough, let it be useful, let it be seen. And watch what happens when you stop protecting your work from judgment. The not enough loop. It's a third pattern. I guess it's my not a favorite, but well known for my clients. You're preparing, studying, training, getting one more certification. You tell yourself you're building expertise, staying current, being responsible. But here's what's actually happening. You're using competence building as a substitute for showing up. Because there is that not enough loop looks like this. There is an opportunity, a role, a next level. You want it, you're interested, but of course you are not ready yet. You need one more credential, one more year of experience, one more skill. So you go back into learning mode. You take the course, get certification, build the competency, and then another opportunity shows up and you're still not ready because now you need something else. And the loop continues. Here's what the not enough loop actually cost. Your authority. Because every time you say, I'm not ready yet, you are reinforcing the belief that you are not, right? You're training yourself to see gaps instead of readiness, to focus on what's missing instead of what's already there. And here's the part that breaks my heart. The people who run this loop, they are objectively qualified. They have experience, they have intelligence, they track the track record, but they've convinced themselves that they need permission from some external source, a degree, a title of certification, before they are allowed to claim what they already are. You are not learning your way into readiness. You're avoiding your way out of risk. Again, because the shift isn't stopping development. It's acting from where you are instead of waiting for where you think you should be. You don't need one more credential. You need one decision, the decision to show up as a person you already are, not the person you'll be in the 6 months after the next course. The person you're right now, with the experience you have, the expertise you've built so far, the authority you keep postponing. You are already enough. The question is whether you're ready to operate like this. Those three loops have something in common. They're protection mechanism disguised as productivity. Overthinking protects you from making the wrong choice. Perfectionism protects you from being criticized. Not enough loop protects you from being exposed. But here's the cost. They also protect you from moving forward. Because as long as you're in the loop, you are busy, right? You're engaged, you're working on it, you feel productive, that busy bee identity. But you are not actually changing anything. You're running in place at very high level of competence. And your body knows. It knows you're stuck. It knows the loop is costing you more than it's protecting you. It knows that the safety you're creating is also the cage you're living in. So here's what I want you to sit with. Which loop are you running? Not all three. Choose one, the one that's keeping you exactly where you are. Because you don't need more time. You don't need more information. You don't need more credentials. What you need is to interrupt the loop, make the decision you've been avoiding, ship the thing you've been perfecting, show up with what you already have instead of waiting for what you think you need. Because, well, the loop feels productive, but it's costing you everything: your time, your energy, your authority, and the version of leadership you actually want. It's on the other side of the decision you're postponing, not someday, today, now. So if you recognize yourself in one of those loops, if you felt that really that lands in your chest, book the calibration call. It's 45 minutes. It's free. And it's the conversation when we name which loop you're running and what needs to shift for you to actually move forward. Not theoretically, actually. You will find a link in the show notes. The loop won't interrupt itself. You have to, and you have a choice, and your choice is your privilege. So use the privilege today.